listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.
Good Monday morning.
Good morning.
Everyone.
We are back.
We are back live,
Yes.
live, and you can
And we have
see us.
I know. In studio
video.
guests. I know.
Yes.
We're
Hello,
on video.
ladies.
Yes.
Good morning.
Thank you for wearing our
I
pink
know.
shirts.
Yes.
Yes.
We're
I'm
all
not a-
in hope.
Yes, we
We all
are.
have hope.
I'm a
Yes.
little rebellious. I don't like T-shirts.
I know.
Oh my.
Thank you. You are a
Goodness.
dear, good friend.
And I was like, I'm not wearing it. And somebody rebuked me on text. Did you get
Yes.
that?
I
She's
did.
like, in the name of the T-shirt, put it on.
Put it on.
Amen.
And
Thank
it
you.
does look fabulous.
So I'm being a good sport right now.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So everybody, thank you. We're on Facebook Live right now.
Yes.
so
Good morning, everyone.
Send your little
welcome
notes
to
and posts.
welcome everyone here. So we're going to welcome you, everyone. This is Table for Five.
Yes,
We're a little
it
bit
is.
like
This is
this morning. Welcome to Table for Five, where you, the listening and viewing audience, I
Yes.
have to get used to saying that, will always have a seat at our table
Yes.
and will always be our fifth guest. But today we have Miss Cecilia Freeman
Yes, we do. Yes.
from Hope of the Valley.
Thank
Get my
you.
little. Oh, look,
I think
our
we
stuff is
have
back
our
up.
little.
Yeah. Oh, I'm liking that.
Yeah, we have our
Okay.
little stuff back.
Good.
Things are working it out.
Yes.
Things are working itself out this
Yes.
morning.
Yeah.
Yes, so today we're going to talk to Cecilia a little bit about the organization that she works for,
Yes.
which is Hope of the Valley.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing, amazing place. We'll get into it in much more detail in a minute. But I wanted to just say welcome, everyone. Let everyone know we have some exciting news.
Yes, big news, big news.
Big news. We need a news-like thing.
I know, yeah.
And you are having your own special summer.
Yes,
It is, it's very hot here in Los
Yes.
Angeles. So anyone that's
Oh,
watching
my
or
gosh.
listening,
I'm not wearing
from
any clothes
someplace
underneath,
out-
just so everybody can go.
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay.
All right, no cameras at the table.
I know.
It is like 100 degrees already
Yes.
outside. It's like we're in a heat wave.
We're in a heat
We have
wave.
a heat wave.
Indoor now.
Yes.
And tomorrow's going to be worse.
Yes.
For the
Tomorrow's
next
going to
3
be
weeks.
it.
For the next 3 days.
Yes. Yes. So
So, yeah.
she's in here fanning herself.
Yes.
We'll be fanning here in a little bit. But also a shout out to everybody in Texas,
Yes.
in Houston in particular.
Yes.
If you have family, friends in the southern Gulf coastal region area, we want to say, shout out to you, sending prayers to you. Hope everyone is okay. Houston area, I believe the hurricane is now moving to like Louisiana area.
Wow.
And, that whole region is, it's been all over the news. I mean, everyone's getting pulled out of, the streets because they're flooded and homes, and it's a little scary and a little crazy. So we just want to make sure that everyone is there. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you have
Yeah.
family members there, then hopefully you can get in touch with them. Technology these days, it's great because people are checking in on Facebook
Yes.
and, checking in like, I'm okay, I'm not okay, or come help me, I'm stuck in my house.
Mhm.
And it's not a
Yeah.
joking matter, but it's kind of crazy. You think in this day of technology, people are really like sitting around in boats just waiting to pluck people out of the water. But we're getting it done. America's coming
America's
together.
Yeah.
coming together. We're
Yeah.
united. There was a thing on Facebook. I don't know if any of you saw it, but it was a senior assisted living home in Texas. Did you see
Yes,
this?
I
Oh
did.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yes,
It was
I
up
did.
waist deep to the seniors that were sitting in their little living rooms where they sit. One woman was sitting with the water
Up to her.
floating
Yes.
up to
She
her
was just
waist.
sitting there.
It was
knitting.
18 Yes.
She
yes.
was knitting.
Yes. I saw that.
And they were just
pulls
sitting
your
in the water.
heartstrings.
They were sitting in the water waiting to be rescued.
waiting
But
to
it
be
did say
rescued.
later
Yeah.
that 18 of them were rescued because of that picture that went
Yeah.
viral.
Oh.
'Cause
So we
all
had to
in
get a
assisted-
picture to go
Yeah.
viral
Well,
to
because,
rescue
I mean,
the poor people that were sitting
Well,
in
if
the
they
water.
don't know how to get, if they
It
don't
just
have,
happened
they don't have
quick.
social media savvy, how are they going to communicate? There's
Right.
no power. There's
Well, I would
no-
think that the city officials would know this is where the hospitals are, this is where
Well,
the senior centers
But that's not
are.
the only senior center.
Let's get there first. Let's go where the children's centers are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. City council people, are y'all on your job? Are you really doing your job? I don't know. We all need to be mindful of people
Yeah.
who we elect.
Especially the elderly.
Yes,
We have to look out for them.
make everyone accountable for
That's
their
it.
job.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what is this? Okay. So,
there's a lot going on. Social
Yes,
media,
we are
everything.
all
We're
doing-
like doing a little bit of
Yes.
everything.
so real quick to recap, anybody have a crazy weekend or anything?
Well, I was away. I flew to Oakland, and we had our beautiful memorial service for my brother. I have to say, I've never been in a service where they've done the honor guard. He was a former Marine,
Yes.
and that literally took the air out of the room. It was
yeah.
so beautiful.
Amazing.
I mean, we wept just the respect.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it was just beautiful. So I just want to say hello, Cheryl. She was texting me this morning and just praying for her. She did a beautiful job putting it all together. And we cried bitter tears, but we know we'll see him again. And it was a beautiful celebration. So we all flew there, flew back, and now we move on to the next chapter of our lives.
The next season. That's right.
Yeah. So it was good. It was a good. We ended the celebration with Zumba in the courtyard. It was hilarious. So that was the best thing ever. I mean, my kids were doing Zumba. It was just, it started very heavy. Yeah. And then at the end, it was just like a big party, and it was beautiful.
Good. With music.
With music. Oh, yeah.
Life and love.
Everything.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And a real celebration.
Yes. And the music was amazing. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
Well, good. Well, speaking of music, did anybody see the MTV Music Awards?
No. Did you really?
Yeah, of course.
The
Me and
VMAs?
Jessica,
Oh, of
please.
course.
My daughter.
No, not the VMAs. It's it was MTV. MTV Music
Oh, I thought there
Awards.
was a VMAs going on.
I think that's like next weekend or something.
See,
Yeah,
I don't.
it is.
Oh, wow.
Jessica,
Cecilia,
hello.
you
Shout
need
out
to
to
be
my
here for
daughter.
Hot
Shout out to
Topic.
Jessica.
Because I obviously am like so out of it.
Yeah. Well, she's.
I didn't see all of it. I did here and there. There was something with Pink. Did she have like a really good or heavy
Moment
speech or something that she said?
She's brilliant.
I love her.
She's a brilliant artist. And at the end, she did do a plug for just basically in one sentence, acceptance. And she took
Very
it from
good.
a story that her daughter had kind of been dissed a little bit, and she wanted to say, no, you know what, you're beautiful as you are, and we all are. And it was poignant.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up because
fantastic,
I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm one of her fans.
And she's down to
Yeah,
earth.
she's great.
Yeah.
She's amazing. I
she's
have yet
just
to be
not-
at any of her concerts, but
Yeah.
I've heard that they're outstanding.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go to one of them soon. I don't know what.
Okay, we should all go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's all go.
Yes, let's do it. We're
But I'm
all
not
gonna
wearing
be
these
hip.
pink T-shirts.
No, we're not. Speaking of,
yes, and I didn't really watch it. I had a big dinner party. I did a whole full-on sit-down dinner party. Yes, it was I was very proud of
Wonderful.
myself.
Okay.
It was for my son's birthday, and we have cousins. Shout out to our cousins visiting from Ohio, Teresa and Joe, if you're listening or watching. So her birthday was on Dominic's birthday. My son's birthday was the 23rd, and so we celebrated it on Saturday.
Yeah.
I bought out the dishes, the Williams-Sonoma. Shout out to Williams-Sonoma.
Oh,
I love
okay.
my Williams-Sonoma.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Brought
I
out all my
understand.
Williams-Sonoma goodies and was able to use everything. And so that
Good.
was fun, but I did miss the MTV Music Awards. But something else happened to us this weekend.
Okay.
This deserves an applause, y'all. You have no idea. Our website is up and live.
Yes.
It's out there for
It's
the universe for everyone to
beautiful.
see. So
It's so great.
it has our logo on
Yes.
it. It has this logo if you're looking.
Yes,
you can
this
see.
logo, the logo
Yes.
behind us. It's behind
Yes.
Felicia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
I
right
get
behind
here.
you.
It's behind me. There you go, right there.
And in front of us, it's in front of us.
Yes. So our website, www.table-for-5
I'm typing it on
.com.
Yeah.
for our live people.
Please go there and you can keep up with us. It's a one-stop shop. You can listen to us live if you go there on a Monday. You can listen to past shows under archives. I was trying to explain to some people. So if you're looking for shows that are recent and you want to catch up with them, go to the gallery because that's the best and easiest way. And click on the picture of the show that looks interesting to you, and then it'll take you to the show archived immediately.
Yes,
So
and also on our shows that have guests, we will have all their information on the website.
Right.
So if they have a lot of information that they're giving us, and you're like, wait, I can't, write that down.
All of
Like if
this
they have
information.
YouTube, websites, all that information that's going to be in this packet that we're going to be talking about will be on our website.
Yes.
So if there's something that Cecilia says today that you think, oh, I really want to know more about that, you can go to Table for Five, and then it'll be there for you to kind of connect with Cecilia and
redirect
hope-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we're very
Wonderful.
proud of it. It's
Very exciting.
beautiful.
Well,
If I could say
congratulations,
so
ladies.
myself.
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Shout out to
And-
Nareda.
Yes, Nareda
She
for
was on
doing
last week.
Yes, we're
Aw.
doing such a great job on
Beautiful.
that and helping us kind of get it out.
Yes.
It was
like
a
labor.
process of love. Yes, we birthed
Yes.
this website. All three of us.
A lot of labor.
birthed this website,
But it
Surrogate
came
Mothers.
together. Yes, it came together, and it's beautiful, and it's just a bunch of resource and information. So that's a good. It's like a one-stop shop.
Yep.
It's a landing page for people who come on our show, and then you want more information. That's where you go.
Okay.
So it helps.
Beautiful. Yes,
That's
yes, yes.
wonderful.
I already did the clapping thing.
Oh,
when I
okay,
doing
okay,
like
sorry.
50,000.
Listen, I'm just very proud of ourselves. That website is lovely.
awesome.
Yes.
Okay, but anyway, we were going
On
to
to the next.
segue to, hey, before we get started, if you want to be a part of this conversation, please. You
Oh,
can go.
yes.
We're on Facebook Live
Sorry.
right now. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Felicia's not doing her job right
Sorry,
now, so
yeah.
I'm going to have to do it for her. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Felicia,
Sorry.
jump in.
I'm a little distracted this morning. So if you want to join in on the conversation, we're going to be talking about this organization. If you've been a part of it, if you've heard of it, if you haven't, if you want to just talk to us and say, hey, good morning, good Monday morning to us, give us a call here at the station at 818-570-5085. This is the new number, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, 570-5085. Or just
5085.
shoot us a question on Facebook Live right now, and
Yeah.
we'll, if you don't want to be your voice on the air, you
You're
can try. I'll keep looking down, and we'll
We'll
acknowledge it.
answer your question.
Yeah,
we'll
acknowledge
get
it.
to you. We'll shout at you.
We'll get
All right,
to
is
you.
anybody following?
I'm trying to do everything.
Is anybody
We have a
following?
couple
Let me
of
just shout out
yes,
to?
we have a couple of people, but no one has written anything. So yeah,
Okay.
you could write a comment. Let me know you're out there. But I have people watching.
Shout out to Facebook Live people. What's up?
Shout out to
Yes.
Yvette and Grace
Yes.
at Hope of the Valley.
Are they listening,
They
watching
are
to us?
listening, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
yay,
My
thank you.
girls.
Woo-hoo.
Yes,
Fantastic.
everybody from Hope.
Oh, they're
good.
listening on the job.
Yeah.
And they're getting
They
a
got
pass
permission.
today.
Okay,
Yes.
no, they're multitasking.
Oh,
They're women.
yes,
Let's
that's
get
right.
real here.
Yes,
They're women. They can
yes.
do it all.
That's right. Yes, we
Good,
can.
Brilliant.
I would have to
ladies.
say our species is, our gender is very good at that.
Yeah.
Our species.
I like our
Yes.
We humans.
Thank you, Yvette,
No.
for liking my post.
Oh,
Yes,
She just,
yes.
yes, thank you,
so
Yvette.
sweet. Yeah.
So
just-
talking about Yvette and everybody there at
Yes.
Hope of the Valley, I just want to talk about it. We both have been there. We
Yes,
went on
well,
separate
let's formally
days.
introduce Cecilia
Yes.
Freeman, is the
Yes.
Director of Donor and Community Relations of Hope of the Valley
Yes.
Rescue Mission.
Yes,
Thank
welcome
you.
to Table for Five.
Fall off the chair.
And so, just a disclaimer, I am personal friends with Cecilia. We've been friends for many, many, many years. Her daughter's my bonus daughter. I don't have daughters, but she's my daughter, literally. No
And that's
joke.
Her second mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
For sure.
she invited me to tour where she works, and I'll
Yeah.
let her, introduce that. And I was just blown away by what she does and what is done
Amazing.
there. And then, of course, I got all excited, and we're going to do some stuff down the road, which
Yeah.
I'm so excited about, and we'll share with everybody later. And then you went to see the tour
On Friday.
and
your mommy.
and
Yes,
with
and
her
my mom.
mama.
Mhm.
And so it's really an incredible thing that's being done there, and I was just
Amazing.
moved that there's a place
Yes.
Right.
for folks to go.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us what it is, where you work?
Okay. Let me take this segment here.
You're on.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Try one.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
Go get a cup of coffee. Okay. Actually, Hope of the Valley is hope to the homeless community.
Yeah.
It's hope to the homeless. It's hope to the hopeless.
Mm.
With homelessness, there's such a variance of reasons people become homeless. It isn't they're a drunk, they're an addict. We do include those people, but they're broken, and that's what leads to addiction. So we look at it with a heart of compassion. We are trying to set up an organization and multiply it where our recuperative care, for example,
Yeah.
that started in April last year. We opened our doors to this brand new, incredible $4.3 million
the
facility
valley.
Amazing.
in the valley,
In the valley.
in Mission Hills, and it is phenomenal. We take in patients from the hospital who would normally be dumped back on the street. So let's say somebody had a heart attack on the street. The ambulance comes, the ambulance takes them, boom-bitty boom, they're in the hospital, they get recuperated. And then the
Not
hospital...
for a long time, because the
No.
hospitals don't want you there
Limited
for a long
the
time.
beds because of the cost.
Yeah.
So the hospital and some other agencies partner with us. We have beds. We take them in. We do the care. We have an on-site clinic. We have mental
Doctors.
health care. We have, I introduced you to the whole clinic. I don't think it was open when you came.
No.
But these people are phenomenal, and our guests, as we like to call them, are absolutely precious. They are precious people. Each individual has a story, and we want to restore. We want to give hope. We want to connect. We want to put these people back into a right way of living, but not according to our schedule, according to how they can handle it. We have one.
Key.
Yes,
That's key. Yes.
It's not pushing people to say, okay, this
In 2
is
weeks
row,
you're out.
In
Yes.
2 weeks you're out,
And you
and
have
then
to
you've got to
learn
do
all
this,
of the
blah, blah,
skills
blah,
to do
blah,
that.
Yeah.
Because
Somebody-
obviously
yeah.
they're already in a position
Yes.
where,
Or what about somebody who doesn't know how to do a checkbook anymore?
Right.
Who's going to do life skills? That's what we want to do. It wants to be the full circle of helping these
Right.
people. We have one lady. I love this woman. Sonia, hi, if you're listening.
Hi, Sonia.
She was in our recuperative care. She had COPD, and one thing after the other, we give vouchers. The government will give vouchers that assists in rent and living situations. So she had a voucher. We were all ready to place her, and she lost the voucher. It timed out. So she was back on the street. Now she has COPD, so she needs oxygen.
Right.
The next thing we know, one of our caseworkers who stayed in touch with her brought her back in. We got her back in. This woman is the most joy-filled lady. I hope one day we can bring her on here and she can talk, because she's awesome. She sends me a little text of encouragement every day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, she's a doll. Anyway, we ended up placing her in independent living. She has her own apartment. She has her own bedroom, her bathroom, and her own kitchen. She's over the moon. But
That's
this was a
amazing.
process. I think it took 10, 11 months.
Wow.
So see, when you're trying to push people back into society.
Now,
you
was she
can't.
there with you the whole time, the 10, 11 months?
We
there in
lost
the
her for
facility?
about a month.
And then she came back.
Then she was able to
Okay.
come back in. We
Right.
got her the voucher, boom, bitty boom. She was with our caseworker, Tammy, at the time. We have a new caseworker, Tobias. He's amazing, too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tobias.
Yeah, and Yoli. Yoli wanted to
Yoli,
be here
yes.
today, but she has something she had to do. Everybody over there are amazing and have a passion
Yes.
to help people.
Yeah.
Not just the homeless, but broken people,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
And it was a constant connection. So
Yes.
it wasn't like,
Yeah.
it was a process. It wasn't like you just said, okay, here's your COPD
Right.
is under control. You really helped her as a whole person. And that's
Yes.
what your goal is for each
Absolutely.
individual client that comes in.
Right. We want to take that person and look at them and say, okay, how do we enter into your world? There was a movie years ago. I'm going to do a pitch for this movie. It's probably going to age me too. But it was called They Shoot Horses, Don't They? And it was about the 40s and the Depression. And there was this dance marathon. During the dance marathon, the girl became delusional because she couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, and she thought she had ants all over her. Her partner, instead of saying, no, you don't, you're not, you're this, that, the other, he went into a closet with her and started brushing off the ants.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you're entering into that person's world. You know what your reality is.
Right.
But can we enter in? Can we brush other people's ants off?
Oh,
Whether
I
they're
love
real-
that.
Yeah.
Can
We
you
need
brush
some
other
tissue.
people? Yes. Can you brush other people's ants off?
I know.
You're gonna
Yes.
need to do that, everyone.
Yeah.
People,
Yes.
we're gonna
That's
need to do
powerful.
that.
Everybody
yeah.
should watch that movie. It's a brilliant
What is it
movie.
called again?
They Shoot Horses, don't
They
they?
shoot horses, don't they?
I don't have a pen.
No.
Let's
I
write
do.
that down.
Yeah, I'll remember it and let you know
Yes.
afterwards. But it was in the 70s, and for me and my young self, that spoke to me so deep. It was
That's
like
incredible.
we have to go into other people's lives, their
Yeah.
worlds, because we have to understand by moving in.
Right. It's almost like
Exactly.
you meet them where
Yes.
they're at.
Meet
You don't
them
tell them,
where they're
come
at."
here, let's fix you.
Right.
You meet
Right.
them where they're at and go, okay, how can we make you better right here? And then help them. Oh my goodness.
And then stay connected.
Yes,
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Is that you
Yeah.
just it's the caring involved.
Yes.
It's not like okay, now you're on your own.
Yes.
No, you're not on your own. There's always a place where you know people
Yes.
care, and I
Yeah.
think that
It's a
that's
resource.
key. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's like okay, I'm and because some people, here's a question for you. So let's say you have a guest who is in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Is there a point where you go, okay, that's one too many times?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think it gets to a point. There are people who enjoy being homeless. There's a part of the
Yeah.
population that they want to run. They want to be who they are. You cannot tell them what to do. They don't want help. They
They
want
might not want a structure.
no.
They might not
don't want
wanna-
any
Yeah.
accountability.
Yeah.
And that has given a bad name to the whole community. And that
Yeah.
is a small portion.
Okay.
But there are people, and you know, the thing is, if there's no consequence, people are never going to learn. To me, the consequences of coming and going, when you get to the point you say, okay, you know what, the next time you do this, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
You had your chance, 10, 15 times. But we have to give consequences when we give help.
Right.
And not consequences in a punishable way.
Right.
Consequences to gird somebody up, to give them boundaries, to help them to that next step. So if they don't want it, we can't force it down people's throats.
And to be clear, not to cut you off, but to be clear, I also want everyone to understand that it's not like someone can just walk in off the street. They can't just get your
Not
address
in the
and go
recuperative care.
No, in any of it,
No.
really.
Okay.
You have
None
to.
of the programs.
You have to have come into your facility through a hospital. So in order to be there at the facility,
the recuperative care, we
Right.
need a hospital.
Right.
We partner with LASA. They will place people.
And what's LASA?
LASA is the housing community in LASA, Los Angeles Housing Association.
okay.
They help us financially with the Genesis House, let's say that. They help us partner financially so that they send people in that are in desperate needs. There's one woman, the last time I went over there, was living in a 1-bedroom, in one of our bedrooms, and she had 7 kids. Yeah.
And that was at the Genesis House.
That's at the
Okay, so
Genesis
how do they
house.
get to the Genesis house?
Yeah, so
Well, they
yeah.
partner with LASA. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
jumping around a bit here. I'll get down to
I'm
that.
sorry,
Because the
sorry.
Genesis
Yeah,
House
no,
is
no,
just
no.
is an organization that's kind of
It's
under the
another
umbrella
arm. Yeah.
Yes.
of Hope of the Valley.
We-
So Hope of the
right.
Valley is the medical center is how I kind of vision it in my mind.
That's
so
the
a person-
recuperative
Oh,
care.
sorry, recuperative care.
The hope of the where you came is our major administrative building.
Right.
That's where you both
Right.
came to visit. Downstairs is where we have the recuperative care.
Okay.
Then we have I'll tell you what we have. We have Genesis House, we have the House of Hope. Genesis is 30-bed shelter for homeless families. We have mostly moms and children right now,
Okay,
but
so it
we
is
do take
families.
men.
Okay,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, wow,
Men and their
okay.
kids too.
Because we were talking about there's
Yeah.
a population of
Of
single
single men.
fathers.
Wow.
Single fathers.
And nobody wants to go there or talk about that. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And where do they go?
Right.
Where do they go?
Exactly.
Wow.
Then we have the Burbank Bridge. That's,
And
that's a 50-bed transitional living facility in Burbank.
Okay.
So they've already got themselves clean and sober, hopefully, and they have jobs, and they pay a small amount of rent, and they're housed there. So they have transitional living.
Got it.
Then
And
we
that's
have,
men and women.
No, that's
That's
all
all
men.
Oh, that's men.
That's just
Men.
for men.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
Burbank is men.
And then we have a House of Hope that's also for men. That's 13-bed men's substance abuse recovery program in Arleta. So let's say you say, I want to get straight, I want to get clean and sober. So you're immediately questioned and talked to and saying, are you ready for this program? Do you really want
Yeah.
to come in? Do you want to be sober? We have an incredible pastor, Bill Reiser. He is over an encounter group, and so he partners with us, and he does not celebrate recovery. It's his own thing that he's authored, and it's brilliant. It is wonderful, and the guys love it. And he's over there, so he's
Very
kind of
good,
like
yes.
a mentor.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, and then we have the Help Center in Van Nuys, which is phenomenal. I want you guys to come.
Yeah.
I want you to bring your kids. I think you and I talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Help Center in Van Nuys is a one-stop shop. We have help. We have social services. We have the government help. We give 3 meals a day. That we give hot meals. We give 1 hot meal between 11:30 and 1:30, and then there's sack lunches or sack things that they can take out with them. We have clean clothes. We have showers.
Wow.
Anything they may need. They can use the computer. We have computer training. We have we help them resource to find jobs if that's where these people are. We have so many things at the Van Nuys Center. It's phenomenal.
And is the Van Nuys Center still called Hope of the Valley?
Yes.
Okay, so all of
All
them.
of these that I've just listed to you are all under Hope of the Valley.
Okay, so that's Hope of the Valley Van Nuys
Yes.
Center. That's kind of
Yes.
where everyone can come in.
Serves Van Nuys, that
Yeah.
community.
Right.
So the homeless know about it. They're there. They know when the food comes. And what's really incredible, volunteers come in every day to help serve there. So they
Wow.
serve the meals. They help out. Lori Kraft, Ken Kraft's wife, is over that. She's the director. She's
Okay.
absolutely amazing in what she does. So we have it all. There's a routine there, and they know where to go. It's the beginning of routine.
And the kitchen that's at the rehab center, recuperative care center,
Yes.
the kitchen that cooks the meals for
Yes.
that for
Yes.
that facility. That's how you get the hot meals and
Yeah.
stuff served.
Geronimo, our executive chef.
Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
My
Yeah.
favorite person
Yes,
on the
he
earth right
is.
now.
So wonderful. He does all the meals. They're prepped. They're taken. Actually, in winter, we do a winter shelter. We'll do it at the Armory in Sylmar. We've done it at several different places, but he also preps all the meals for that.
Wow.
And they're shipped
Incredible.
out there.
Yeah.
So
So,
when he-
organized. He
Yes.
is like,
Oh, he is.
Yes,
On
I
it.
need him to come do my pantry.
You do. You do. I
He's like,
need
we
him to- yeah.
rotate the cans. I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that?
yeah.
Yeah,
and,
he
and
does.
the creativity that he
Yeah.
has to have, and that
Yes.
he has no like formal, from
Right,
what he was telling
right.
me, culinary background, just his, work on hands-on experience is amazing. But yes, we're jumping around because I want to talk about him and his everything that he does there at the recuperative center.
I just wanted to mention one other thing. I didn't know this, but I was reading you have thrift stores.
Yes.
Which,
Hitting that next.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. We have
Because
thrift
I was
stores.
like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
always wonder where to
Uh-huh.
donate something really that I
Right.
know is great,
Yes.
which I will have for you.
Yes.
And I'm like, where do I do what?
Yes.
Just give this away.
Yes.
And so when
so
I
you
saw
can
that,
go and donate it to the thrift stores, and in turn, people can come and buy. Now, is this
Yes.
open to the public? The
Yes,
thrift stores,
absolutely.
They're open to the public, so they come in and they purchase stuff, and then
Yes.
the proceeds from that go back to the organization.
Operations and the different programs that we have, that is substantial.
Yeah.
The amount of money that we receive from the thrift stores and I think I introduced you to Steve, the man
Yes.
who is the director of
Yes. Shout out,
operations.
Steve.
Yeah. Amazing. I keep saying amazing and brilliant, but they all are. And they all have a passion for helping the homeless,
Right.
helping
Yes.
the needy, helping the broken. So these people, they're living their passion. They're doing, and you still have reality, okay? Reality in the workplace happens no matter what.
Right.
But when you can all come together and forget about whatever
yeah.
and do one thing to serve somebody who's homeless, somebody who's broken, somebody who needs a hand of hope.
Yes.
The thrift stores, they have some really good things. You know my husband. My husband, we call him little mini hoarder, okay? 'Cause
A mini hoarder.
yes, he
Oh, I didn't
likes
know
to
that
go-
existed.
Yeah.
I didn't think
well,
you could be a mini hoarder.
well, because as soon as he brings something home, it goes back out. But he doesn't know about it. But he goes to all the thrift stores and finds incredible deals.
oh my God.
Yeah.
So he's a
He
thrift
goes.
store shopper.
He loves antiques. And
So
so
is my
he'll
mom.
go
Shout out
and
to
he's
my
on
mom.
eBay and he'll say, well, what is this, this, and that. People should go. The clothes are amazing. It's
Yeah.
not, people don't take
Yeah. Yeah.
garbage there.
Right,
They're
right.
wonderful items that we have. I would like to encourage anybody who wants to visit a thrift store. We have one in Santa Clarita, one in Simi, and one in Granada Hills. And you can Google Hope of the Valley Rescue Mission thrift stores.
Yeah.
Is that what
You
they're
can tag
called?
on.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm like, where's the one in Santa Clarita? I need to find that.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't-
have. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
They're all good. I mean, they're wonderful places, and the people that work there are amazing too. They're all kind people. They want to help. They want to serve. So, the whole thing with the thrift stores feeding then back in and supporting recuperative care, Genesis House, House of Hope, the guys. We have the guys from the House of Hope. Shout out to them. They stay there 9 months in a program, but they come and they work at Hope of the Valley. They do the cleaning, they do
Yeah.
the driving, they do the deliveries. They're a part
Good.
of, so they're
Yeah.
beginning to be
Yes.
integrated
Right.
into a system
Right.
that is like, okay, this is what we do.
Right.
So it's more of a whole-handed. It's like a big
Yes.
circle
Right.
of life kind
Yes.
of thing. So it's not like your separate organizations under the one umbrella, but everyone
No.
is working together
Yeah.
Yes.
to keep everything going
Yeah.
for the organization.
Yeah.
But then also teaching these people and saying,
Life
we're,
skills,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
gonna have you. We're gonna
gonna
show you.
help.
We're gonna show you how
and
to
it's-
do this.
And it
Yeah.
builds their self-esteem because it allows them to feel like they're giving back.
yes.
Yes.
Which is really, they're being useful.
Absolutely.
They have a
They
skill
are.
that can be used, and you know how to clean or fold clothes or cook or
And
it's-
learn from there.
yeah.
Then
Yes.
you could learn maybe management skills
Yeah.
or continue on with something different. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a stepping stone.
Right.
You're stepping.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is amazing. We had one young man, I'm just going to tell one more eye story here. We had one young man that came, Danny. He came when we were redoing the Burbank house, the Burbank Bridge. It was last April. We wanted to open it, so we had to paint, to clean, to do everything. Another group had been in there. We took it over. We said, okay, we're going to take this place up. We were in there. We put out a call on Facebook on a Thursday evening. Anybody who's available to come help clean, please come. Just turn up. We'll have an assignment for you. And one of our former employees, Marilyn Gabriel, was overseeing all this. And this young man came to her and he said, well, I don't really have any place to go, but I want to come tonight and I'd like to help you. So he helped clean, and then he started talking to the gentleman at the time who was in charge of the House of Hope. And he said, I have no place to go. You guys get ready for this. This is the most incredible human. He's just a tender-hearted young man, and he is young. But he told him, he said, last night I slept in Koreatown in the park. He said, and I had a pillow and everything, and I was ready to go to the Buddhist. You can go and be a novice, so they make you do all this stuff. So he said, I was going to go there, but I felt like I should go to the work center. So I went to the work center, and I got there, and they told me about this opportunity at Hope.
Wow.
And I didn't know if I could come here and say, hey, do you guys have any jobs available? So I wanted to just come and see, but I have nowhere to sleep tonight. They took him to the House of Hope, which is the 9-month program. However, he was not an addict. Here's the part that'll kill you. His mom was an addict, so he had nowhere to live. He had no home. She was gone.
Yeah.
Totally. So they took him in. He became a part of that program. He was one of the most incredible young men that we met through Hope. He now has a job. He's working for UPS. He has a full-time job. He's
Phenomenal.
out of the program. He's back with his mother.
Wow.
She is now in a clean and sober program. So you just never,
Never know.
Yeah.
who you're going to touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
how
it.
life-changing.
I love that you said that he wasn't an addict.
No.
But you still served him.
Yeah.
And he, you know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah.
worked, it came around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
able to help his mother.
Yeah.
That's-
Absolutely. I
wow.
mean, all of this is the synergy of, and it goes back to humanity.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to serve one another,
Yeah.
Yes.
regardless. We have to serve one another. It does take a village. It takes
Yeah.
a city. It
Yeah.
takes a
And
country.
not just with children, but with the rest of the
Yes.
people, like
Yeah.
just other people out there. We get so busy in our own lives, and we
Yeah.
forget that there are people who have things in their lives or situations. You know, you might see people on the street begging or whatever, and you formulate your own opinions about it.
Right.
But also to the awareness, I think. Like, I didn't ever realize that's true. If someone is homeless and they go to the hospital, and you know they don't have a home to come home to and rest and
No.
continue recuperating, what happens to that person? I never, in my own selfish, I guess, world or whatever, never thought of what happens to that. Or like, you know, this is kind of a segue to something else, but we'll be talking a little bit later on, not on the show, but another show, about teenagers who are in the foster care system.
Oh, yeah.
Once you're 18,
That's
what
it.
happens? What happens to you people? So we have to really open our minds and open our, broaden our horizons. And that's why I want to thank you so much for being here and
Oh,
bringing this awareness,
yeah. I'm
because
so grateful to
people
you
don't
guys.
know.
Thank
And how
you.
can we help if we don't know?
Right.
So we need to get this
Exactly.
out there and
Yeah.
get this story told, to know where you can go to help and that there's this situation out there.
There is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is about people helping people.
Yeah.
And you cannot form an opinion by seeing somebody sitting on the street. I believe I either told you, Annette, or I don't know which one of you I told this about. I was in Chatsworth and was walking, and an old lady came out of the bush at me, and it startled me, and I was like,
It's a little scary.
so I said, what are you doing? And she said, I live here. This is like a 71-year-old woman
In the bush.
in the bush, living in Chatsworth because she thought she'd be safe under the bushes. She had a sleeping bag. And then told me her story. She had nowhere to go. She had no social security. She raised her kids. She was in that generation, so she had no job. Her husband was dead. Her kids were gone. Boom, she's on
it.
the street.
Remember I shared
Yes.
that with you?
Yeah.
The other day? Yeah.
Well, we were talking, you were telling us, and I
Yeah.
want you to speak a bit more about it, that the biggest population that you're seeing.
One of the largest growing
Growing,
groups
yes.
are seniors.
Yes.
Yeah.
And senior women, and they're like, what would you consider senior? 70 plus, 80 plus?
Yeah, even a little bit younger, maybe 68 through
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. Probably 70 on up mostly, but they don't know what to do.
Yeah, and
They're
we
not
look at it, it makes
savvy. They
sense.
don't. Yeah, they don't have computers. They don't have iPads. They don't
Right.
have this, or this to help them. And then you know what? A lot of people, if you have someone who's older, they don't want to help you. People don't want to help the elderly because it's too time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need centers
Yes.
for the elderly, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
We need to open one where people will go in, give their time,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that want to do this. We just have to find them and connect
Right.
them
Right.
and show them how to use a computer, how to
Yeah.
be savvy with their iPhones, how to do this, and this that we all function in normally and take for granted.
Right.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
incredible.
networking. That's connecting people to people. And if you don't have that, opportunity, you really are isolated.
Can you speak to what are the causes of homelessness? 'Cause people think, oh, it's someone's a
Yes.
junkie, or they're
Not always the
y-
case.
it's usually they assume they're junkies on the
Right.
street.
No.
But in my research, I was incredibly surprised. It
Yes.
could be someone who was middle class that just was living paycheck to paycheck, and
and
now
lost
they're
their
homeless.
job. I worked at a different place, and I would talk to this one lady all the time. This lady was so committed to her community. This lady was amazing. She came in one day to me and she said, is there any way I can get some money here? And I said, yeah, what do you need it for? She goes, for food. I said, absolutely. And she said, for the last 3 weeks, a senior, I've been eating cat food. Put me over the edge. I was like, wait. This wasn't even at Hope. This was another place that I used to work at. And so we got her food and got her established. This woman worked every day.
She worked.
She worked. Yeah. She did telemarketing. She brought
in
a
working
paycheck.
Poor.
It's the working poor. And she hadn't had any, they hadn't sent her any of the appointments for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. During that time, obviously, she could make no commission. She lived in someone's house in a room. So she had a covering, she had shelter. She was very responsible for herself. But circumstances had it, she was eating cat food. That, you guys, that put fear in me. That, I was like, oh God, we have to help these people. We have to do something to help people because they're ashamed. They don't want to tell you. People don't want to say, hey, I have no money. If I had no money, I'd go to an and say, I have no money, could you give me money?
Exactly.
People aren't like that today. People don't.
Or they don't, we don't have those connections.
Exactly.
Like you don't know, you know, who would you go and ask for that
Felicia,
money?
give me some
come
money.
to me.
People don't, and when they're homeless or when they're broken or they're in a situation where shame is involved, they isolate. When people isolate, everything is cut off. Everything is, it's like, we've got to bring people in. We have to offer anything that we can with hope. Hope, hope.
And no judgment. I would say hope and no judgment. No judgment on the person or their family, because we were also talking about it like, how is it that this population is growing so large? And how is it that people aren't able to take care of their family members? Because I feel like a long time ago in past generations, people stayed together. Families stayed together. They stayed near each other. You know, they helped each other. And it's not a bad thing, but I feel like, you know, in this global world, and we want better for our kids. So generations have wanted better for their kids. You go away to college.
Move away.
Go, you know, go follow your dreams. Go take that job on the other side of the country. Go take the job on the other side of the world. And then you have maybe a whole population of people who are now raising their families. They're in the middle of raising their families. They live on one side of the U.S. Their parents are in another side of the U.S.
They're aging.
What do you do? Do you make them uproot, come to you? Do you uproot your career? You know, it's like it's a very it's a dance that people have to do.
And another thing that I noticed in the age group, that it was as young as 25. And that's scary. You know, and I have a 21-year-old. So in 4 years, if he didn't have a family that would support him and encourage him and get him to that next place, where would he be? Because he's not making money to pay $2,800 rent. You know what I'm saying? You make even if you're making minimum wage, doesn't add up to $2,800. You know, you have to feed, and if you have children, and if you need insurance, and so there's so many things that are stacked up against people, and people don't take that into consideration when they're looking at families who are down and out. They just judge them like, oh, they're so lazy, they need 10 jobs. Well, some of these people have 3 or 4 jobs.
Yes,
they do.
And they're trying, and they're 2-income homes and trying to make ends meet, and it's really interesting. Another thing that I read in an article in the LA Times was the amount of the percentage of people whose income goes to their housing. So 30% of your income is going to your housing, and that doesn't add up. You know, that means
housing is going up.
And
housing goes up way faster than the minimum wage.
And
people are so like, oh, don't raise the minimum wage. Okay, well then you need to bring the housing back down. Or
just the cost of living, period. And so that's what they were saying in the article, is that the incomes are stagnant and housing is going up. So another thing I wanted to ask you was, we here in Los Angeles, which I read somewhere that the mayor declared it, or one of the city councilmen, a state of emergency. The state of homelessness here in Los Angeles. But for those of you listening or watching, we assume it's downtown LA. And it's not. It is in a little pocket.
Fifth and Town, those small areas, but even there, because of the rebuilding of downtown LA, all the new apartments, all, you know, the millennials are moving into LA.
Gentrification?
Yes,
is that what it's called?
It is.
Gentrification.
And so basically people are being shoved out of their where their little tents were, whatever. That's why they're moving into the valley.
Yes.
They're moving out. They're in Chatsworth. They're
And
going out.
Encino. I read somewhere that
Encino,
Encino is getting a
Santa
very
Clarita.
Yeah.
Okay, all
It's the
they're
new Santa
moving
Monica.
out.
They're moving
Oh.
them out of Santa Monica too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there used to be
And
a
Venice.
ton of people
Yeah.
in Venice.
They're
and
cleaning
Santa-
it out,
yeah.
so they're bringing them to the valley, but then where do they go here? So then that's
Exactly.
why we have Hope of the Valley.
Yes. And the reason it was originally called Hope of the Valley is it was the only rescue mission in the valley where our base was in the valley.
Oh, wow.
There were other rescue missions, different,
Mhm.
offerings in the valley, but we're based here.
Wow.
We're based here. Our headquarters is here, so that we are part of this community. We
Wow.
understand it. We know.
Right.
We see what's happening. We get it. In that, we want to move out.
Right.
To move further out. We want to multiply what we have
Yes, because it's
Yeah.
well, especially for the recuperative
Oh,
center.
yeah.
It's the only one of its kind. Is that correct?
Well, I think there's one in Long Beach and
Oh,
there's
okay.
one somewhere else, but it doesn't function the way we do.
Okay.
It doesn't have the connectivity that we do.
But you're talking about 3.
That's 3.
That's 3. Like
I'm sure there are some where
in
they
other-
call them shelters, I think, where
Okay.
you can go after for whatever. This is 3 meals a day. We take care of you.
Yeah.
You are housed. You have a bed. You saw the rooms.
Yes.
2 to a room. And we don't put doors on the room because most of the homeless population coming off the streets, they don't want to be confined.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes
You know,
sense.
they
I didn't
wanna
really think
have
about that while I was
freedom. Yeah.
looking at it. Yeah.
Each little bed and their dresser, they make
Yeah.
it the way they want it.
Right.
We saw one guy this last week. I think he wasn't there when you were here, when you came for the tour, but this man had a wardrobe rack
Yeah.
with his
Yeah.
shoes lined up and all of his clothes
Hung
hung
up.
up, detailed. So you know this was a man who,
Who at one point
at
in his
one
life,
point in his life, he was tidy. He was organized.
Yes.
He knew what he was doing.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to going back and making friends with him and saying,
Yeah.
okay, give me your story.
Yeah.
I want your eye story.
I can
because-
only imagine the
Yes.
stories that you have.
Oh,
Yes.
phenomenal. We kept one guy there for a year without having him pay. He was stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and he was a vet. Let's talk about the vets that have nothing. I think he was in his 70s. He came, he had a relative, but the relative really, they don't want to be dealing or taking care of certain people. He passed away with us, but the most
Oh my
incredible human. I mean, I was so grateful I got to know him.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was amazing. But, through the graciousness of David Delaplane and Ken Kraft, our founders, they let him stay there free. So there is the
That's
thing
amazing.
of, you have to do what you have to do
Yeah.
in order to help other humans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell our viewers and our listeners how they can donate.
Okay.
What they can donate, because I know there's
Yes.
there's like a little tier
Yes,
that I
there
saw,
is.
which I was
Yes.
very excited to see too.
Right.
And real quickly, the fact that this particular the recuperative center. I don't know why I'm having
Recuperative
Thank you.
Center.
You're the
in and of
expert.
itself is 100% funded by donations.
By
Is that-
donations, and then the hospitals pay for a bed.
Right.
They'll pay
Okay.
at a
Isn't that
reduced
crazy? Yes.
cost because you know how much a hospital bed costs daily. So for a very reduced cost, the hospital will contract us. We'll say, okay, we want 3 beds. We'll have those beds filled within 24 hours.
Sure.
And then they'll say, we want it for 30 days. Usually if they come for a tour, they'll go, we need it for 90 days. They see the need.
Right.
So for extended care, for continuous care, it would be wonderful if we had more donations to say, this is going to go to recuperative care. Here's what I want to give. If
Right.
anybody wants to give, they can go right onto our website.
Yeah.
And we have a
The website is
it's
Yvette put it. I thank you,
Yes,
Yvette. You put it
Yvette.
up on her.
She's
And
so
Grace
great.
is also watching.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi,
Judith
Grace.
Pinko,
Aw.
Matthew O. Grant. Yes, oh snap. Check y'all out. Yes, we're on here. Thank you.
just
from
go
New
to
England.
Yeah, hopeofthevalley.org.
hopeofthevalley.org. Yes.
And if that doesn't come up, do Hope of the Valley Rescue Mission.
And you
Go
can
in
hit
there.
the
You
donate
can-
button right
yes.
there.
Yeah, Hope
Hit
of the Valley.
donate,
Yeah.
and then go down. It'll take you down a little bit. Yvette, if I'm saying this wrong,
No,
write
you're
in and
right,
tell
because
me.
she put hopeofthevalley.org.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you go down and you just hit donate, but put table of 5 because we're linking you with us
Oh,
for
yes.
this one Table for 5 anywhere, and we will receive that donation, and we're going to let you know.
Yes. Oh, I would love
we're gonna
that.
see
That's
how
great.
much
Come
we
on,
can
guys.
raise.
You
Go.
go. Don't make us look bad.
Yes, wherever you are, you can donate. And nothing is too small.
No, that's
No,
amazing.
nothing.
Nothing is too small, and $1 million would be surely welcome.
Greatly welcomed. Yes.
Okay.
That $1 million person out there and that $1 million
Yeah.
donation, we know it's out there.
Yeah,
you guys
it's
can
out
go
there. We
ahead.
know who
and,
you are.
And
Yes.
put that on out there and tell us because you heard it on Table for 5. That'd be great.
No, really, we do. We will receive any amount because
Yeah.
every penny counts.
Absolutely.
This is about transforming lives, but you have to take into consideration if we become overwhelmed with the numbers, we don't do anything.
Right.
People will run
Yes.
away from that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, when they
This
say
is-
it's a state of
yeah.
emergency, you're like, wait, well, a state
Yeah.
of
What about-
emergency?
What
How am I
does that
supposed to
mean?
And then
use
you
that?
start to feel like, what is my $3 going to do? What is
Right.
my $5 going
No.
to do? It's not going to do anything, but every little
penny-
penny
and it's
counts.
tax
Yeah,
It's tax deductible.
deductible. Yeah.
And we always
It's a
say
nonprofit.
this.
You are a nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
Okay,
for
talk
sure.
about volunteers. Do you
We have
take
volunteers.
How do you vet
You
them?
go on that same. Yes,
Okay,
they will
okay.
be. We do background checks just ahead of time. We do everything. You
Be
don't want someone.
forewarned.
Don't be coming with
forewarned.
no crazy stuff on your
Yeah.
record.
So we do.
No.
we
Go work
check
that
on-
out first and then
yeah,
come back in.
literally. No, we
And
check
don't say you
everyone
heard us on Table for 5.
without that background check. Okay.
Don't.
But volunteers, we welcome. We can use them anywhere in the kitchen, in any of our programs. So we're always welcoming volunteers. But one thing I wanted to bring up really quickly, because I see we're losing time here, but Hope of the Valley is really about touching lives, not just the people that we serve. It's about transformation, transforming lives one at a time, your
Yes.
life.
One at a time.
You may be
Yes.
watching today and think, I need hope.
Yeah.
We want to extend hope. Write us.
Yeah.
Write me. Put attention, Cecilia Freeman.
Yeah.
Let me write you back.
Yeah.
Stay connected. Stay connected with all us little humans that
Yeah.
are here.
Don't
We
be
all-
alone.
no.
Oh gosh, don't be alone.
And we take care of our donors. If
Yeah.
our donors have issues, we want to help them. It's not just about helping the homeless. It's
Right.
about all of us helping one another.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that needs to get out. We're all in this.
Yeah.
We're all
It's
in
a
it.
big community.
It
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and it's
it's
right where
all
we live,
over.
right where you
Yeah.
live here. And if you don't live in this area and you want to donate to this area, that's fantastic. But I would also encourage you, if
Yes.
you're somewhere else in the country, see if there's something locally
Yeah.
that you can get involved in. And if this touches your heart, give a little here,
Yeah.
and then go and see if you can do something locally closer to where you are,
Yes.
so that you can say, I really feel like it's going back to my community. Because listen, I'm all for helping everyone in this whole
Yes.
big old blue planet that we have. I love it. I love looking at our pictures of Earth from space. I don't know why. I just do. Anyhow,
You're special.
but I feel like because because we're all the same. Everyone, it's so big, and there's so many of us. But anyways, I go on
Yeah.
and talk about that. But I feel like yes, we want to help everyone, but I think it needs to start here. Like here, help yourself first.
Help our
your
own.
family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then just go slowly out. Because
And-
once we become healthy and strong,
Yes.
then there's so many more people that are healthy and in a better way. To then you can help. You can go further out, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and better.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
and
Keeps on
for us
giving.
who have kids,
Oh, yeah.
they need to see that in us,
Yes.
so that they can do it
We
for
example
themselves.
it.
Now,
Yeah.
is there like volunteers where kids can come and volunteer?
Yes, we
Is
do
there an
have some
age limit?
schools. There is an age limit, and then there's also parental permission.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they can go on the site and say, even schools. I think it's wonderful when a school wants to bring the kids. and
Absolutely.
certain age groups can help in the kitchen. They could serve. They could do whatever.
Yes.
There's liability things that you have
Right,
to do,
right,
and
right.
we all know that because we all have kids, so we're used to doing it with our schools. But volunteerism is something that we always want, that we need.
Yeah. You
We
need
all
people. You need hands.
volunteers.
Yeah.
You need
do.
bodies.
You need hands, and like I said earlier, it does take a village.
Yeah.
It takes a community. It takes a village. It takes Los Angeles. It takes other states, other cities. Get involved in your own community.
Yeah.
Be involved.
Yeah.
Own it.
And now, I mean, there are opportunities coming up for Thanksgiving, which
Yes.
everybody,
Yes.
it's a big deal.
So let's talk-
Christmas
oh,
is
go
a
ahead.
big deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't live in the LA area, find somewhere like Felicia says where you can serve, and especially in those times where people are really alone.
Yes.
And they feel disconnected, or they get more depressed, or just don't be disengaged.
Yeah.
Just you would feel better if
Yes.
you're depressed. Go serve, and you'll feel better.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, you
literally,
will.
Literally.
it is
Yes.
proven.
Yes, yes.
If you go volunteer and you're depressed and you just woe is me,
Yeah.
the woe is meisms, Go out, do something for someone, and watch what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your whole
Totally.
countenance changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're just
ready.
So
happy
let's
and
talk
joyful.
about the donations. You said there were different levels of donations?
Yeah, well, they can just go on and donate whatever they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they want to give to the recuperative care,
Right.
and you'll see all that on our website.
Yeah.
Just say table for 5, recuperative care. Table for 5, House of Hope, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Or just general fund you could put.
Yeah, I found tax deduction volunteer, donate to the thrift store. You could
Yes.
host a clothing or a food
Yes.
drive. So there's different
Within your organization.
right, which
That
I'm
would be
so
wonderful.
excited to be doing.
I know. So happy you are.
Woohoo! So
Yes.
so there's opportunities for as corporately, as a family, or independently
Yes.
that you can get involved and
Yeah.
invest. So if cutting a check or sending money is your thing, then yeah, do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Write that check.
We would
Write
Write that
check.
$1 million check.
Yes.
Hundreds
Write
of
that-
thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
write
Take
that
it all.
write the $5 check.
Yes. Yes.
Bring in $1.
Everything
change.
counts.
We get
Yes.
change.
Absolutely.
Some
Yes.
people
Take
send
change.
change.
Yes, take it. It
We're
adds
grateful.
up.
We have to have hearts of gratitude no matter what.
Yes.
I think gratitude is like the pill for
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
Get a gratitude pill and
Yes.
your life will change. But I do want to tap on before we leave, if
Yeah.
you don't mind,
No,
our
no, go right
Thanksgiving
ahead.
banquet that is coming up on the
Yes.
November 22nd. We feed the community of Van Nuys. We have all the districts, I think 6 districts, but one of our number one supporters is District Number 2, Councilman Paul Krikorian, and Sahag Yadelian, who help us tremendously with that.
Shout
They
out to them.
provide us,
That's
yes,
amazing.
they provide us with some tables. We're always looking for tables, for donations, for money to go out and rent the tables, the chairs. We serve 1,000. We bus people in. They get a full meal. They get pies. They get giveaways. Last year, we gave away 3 cars. Yeah. So
Wow.
any
What?
of you automobile dealers that are listening to
Wait,
this,
to the homeless?
yes. How about a working mom who has no
Oh my
transportation? One of the
gosh,
ladies
that's
last year,
amazing.
she would take 3 buses to go to work
Wow.
and then take her kids on the bus to school.
Wow.
How is this?
Oh my
She was so
word.
excited. Oh, I mean, she got a.
Oh,
she
can you
got a van,
imagine?
An
Yes.
SUV.
I would fall out.
Yes.
You would.
I would
It is
fall
so
out.
touching. You know what people
That's amazing.
need. There are single moms. There are single dads who take their kids to school on the bus, and then they
Yep.
take 3 or 4 buses to get to their work.
Yep.
It's a reality for.
Yeah.
And you have to get up very early in the morning because, as my
Yes.
children learned this summer, that just to go a few miles, it takes a minute
Yeah.
on the bus.
Yes.
Like, because it could take you a very long time, and especially if you take 3 different buses.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the buses
And-
don't run,
And
they are on
what if they don't
schedules.
connect? Yeah,
Yes.
I've got that whole
So
thing
it's a
going
lot.
on.
So just having transportation, something that you take for granted, like, so you just get in your car and go.
Yeah.
Right.
That's huge. So yes, automobile dealerships, like, everybody come and donate. That's amazing.
That's what I
Awesome.
would love. If we could give away 5 cars to needy families that are not homeless but are struggling,
Right.
Yes.
who don't have a car this
Yes.
year, that would be wonderful. Contact me if you want to give that gift. Please let me know because we would be so grateful.
Yes.
Yes, let's get
Yes.
those cars.
The
Yes.
cars and anything, backpacks, whatever, food, clothing, anything they want to give for Thanksgiving. We'll give out care packages. We do everything. Those kids come through and there's a line and they go through the little different booths. You could have a booth. You could
Oh,
come and set up
that'd
a
be
booth.
fantastic.
A giveaway.
Booth,
Yes.
Yes.
Anything
stuff,
that
yes.
you have to give away that's new. But, we want to treat people.
With
We want to
dignity.
treat
Yes.
people with kindness and with newness.
Yes.
Nothing like getting a new pair of underwear for a
Yeah.
kid,
Yeah.
a new pair of shoes, running shoes, a backpack that's filled with new pencils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Notebooks.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so
Oh
is
my
it going to be
gosh.
a feast? Is it going to be like
Yes,
a...
it's on the street. It's between Victory and Gilmore on
Okay.
Tyrone.
Okay.
And the tables are all set up. We have a mobile stage that comes.
Okay.
What else do we do? So we have music. We have people doing all kinds of things.
What time does it normally
It
start?
usually starts around, I want to say 12 o'clock, but we change it each year.
Okay.
So they need to go on the website and see what time
Okay.
it'll start this year.
Do you have information up now on the website?
We do.
Okay.
But we don't want volunteers just coming and saying, I'm here.
Right.
We have a whole procedure that
Right.
we organize.
Right. You can't just show
I'm
up.
already
There's-
starting to organize
Good.
that now.
Yeah. So, go on now and do it so, we can
that
get the process
we
started.
can't take on that day a volunteer
Yeah.
who
Right.
hasn't been background checked,
Right.
who's not with some organization, who doesn't know the routine, like wearing the gloves,
Right.
the hairnets,
Right,
all
right.
the things that you have to do. So, if you want to be involved on Thanksgiving, we welcome you. We
Yes.
would love
Yeah.
that. And
Our family will be here.
yes, your family,
We'll
and
be
then
there.
also you're helping Genesis House at
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes. Yay!
I am.
Yes.
Go ahead, you say it.
No,
Yes.
you go ahead and say
Okay,
it.
so so I was so moved by this entire organization that I immediately asked about Christmas, and I said, "What do you do for Christmas in Genesis House and the family and the kids?" And so our family will be hosting Christmas for the Genesis House this year.
And you know how to do Christmas.
Oh.
Yes,
This
you know,
one loves. I thought I loved
20
Christmas.
trees later. Yes.
Yes. See, I
Lord
put
have
6
mercy.
trees up in my house. I'm a little cuckoo in the cocoa. But and Christmas is so special to me. I mean, it's so I just thought, what a better way for our family that celebrates Christmas in such a big way and loves Christmas to just celebrate it with a bunch of other kids. So I have something really great planned, and I'll share with everybody as the weeks start. I just got to get everything
So great.
cleared through
Yes.
Cecilia. But yeah, we're going to be doing something really fun. It's going to be great. I'm
Yay.
so excited. I'm
That's
so
awesome.
honored.
I am
Yeah,
too.
and my kids were like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, yes,
yeah.
we're going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
And
going to be
it- you
fun.
know,
So great.
I'll have.
Stay tuned for that.
Yes.
But real quick before we go, I want to read off some of your donors. So at the Recuperative Care Center, they have this phenomenal kitchen. We talked about
Yes.
Geronimo earlier. He's the executive chef over there. And they feed not only the people that are there in the rehabilitation center, but they, like you said, do the meals. This is on a daily basis,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So on a daily
absolutely.
basis, 3 meals there, but on a daily basis to the Van Nuys Center, they're also sending food. And so if you are a restaurant, if you want to donate food, that is always, I mean,
Connect with
we
him.
need food all year round, not just
Yes.
at Thanksgiving. Like
Yes.
people, you know, you get Thanksgiving overwhelmed because everyone's
Yeah.
thinking about food and
Right.
Christmas and stuff. But what about the summertime? It's hot outside and people need
Yes.
to eat too. So donate all year round. But these are some of the people that donate to their kitchen that we wanted to give a shout out to. The Valley Food Bank in Pacoima, Mend in Pacoima, Children's Hunger Fund in Sylmar,
Yes.
they're an amazing organization. Project Chicken Soup in Tarzana, great
love that.
organization. Eastern Poultry of Burbank, they donate food. Bagel, I don't know how to say that in San Fernando.
Yeah.
A bagel company in San Fernando. Excuse me. And
Bagel
then-
Brigade.
Oh, Bagel
Bagel
Brigade.
Brigade.
I
They're
cannot
coming.
read this
Lord,
morning.
Brigade.
Individual food service in Bell, California. So those are some great sponsors that are continuously
Yes.
donating to you guys, and where you're getting your food to stock your pantry and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then if individuals want to come by and donate, then please, come by, go shopping.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, those are places I love to shop.
Or
Y'all
gift
need to
cards.
give.
Yeah,
Gift
even
cards,
getting gift
yeah.
cards.
Oh, that's
Also,
a good idea. Yeah, I never thought about that.
One other thing that's happening on November 4th, and I want to give a shout out to Rocky Peak Church.
Rocky Picture.
They have 1,800 volunteers, and we have projects that are connected with all of this: painting, cleaning, plumbing. They are coming out on November 4th, and they are going to volunteer to do everything on our
fantastic.
project list. So
Oh, wow.
very grateful. Any other churches that want to join in?
Wow.
That's amazing.
Any other churches that want to create something like a volunteer day and come to Hope of the Valley? We would love it.
So that's how
Yes.
you keep all the different centers clean and fresh and
Yes.
current.
Yeah, because
They're
it was great.
Yes.
We were talking
Yeah.
about this. It was for a medical facility. It was impeccably
Yeah.
clean.
Yes,
Like
every
just,
day it's
just
clean.
amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Bleach.
it was.
We love
Yeah.
bleach. We
Yes.
all joke about
Yes.
You and
bleach.
Marguerite.
Yeah.
And that's why we wanted to showcase you and introduce
thank
you,
you.
because
Yes.
you people who are looking to do this, organizations, corporations, make contact with Cecilia. She's
Yes.
the one that's
Yes.
going to take care of you. She's the one that's going to let you know this is where your money's going to go. You put it all together.
Yeah.
You go out there and you ask. We were talking
I
about
do.
this. We were talking about this earlier. Like
Yeah.
you have to ask.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we are asking you. We are challenging you, our
Yes.
viewers, our listeners, to go out and help Hope of the Valley. Cecilia and Hope of the Valley is asking you.
I am asking you
So
to come
answer.
and help us in any way possible. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just spoke to someone the other day, and I was talking about this
Yeah.
organization, and she says, do they take volunteers? And I said, yes. She just relocated out here, and she says, I'm so used to volunteering. I've done that all my life. And as an adult, that was part of my life where I
Yeah.
used to live. So I'm trying to connect with organizations here, and I wouldn't even know where to go. So I was like, oh, I know exactly who you need to
Yes.
talk to. So I was kind of
Oh,
glad to make that
absolutely.
connection. So yeah, I mean, just like I said, you will feel so much better, and you would have
Yeah.
impacted someone's life, or just cleaning up a table, or taking the
Yeah.
trash out,
Yeah.
or sitting with somebody that just needs somebody to listen to them.
Yes,
you know, that's so
absolutely.
important.
Just become a part of Hope of the Valley
Yes.
Rescue Mission family.
Yes.
We consider everybody family. We
Yes,
welcome
We're
you.
yes,
family.
yes, yes.
And on that note,
I know,
we're going to
this
say
was
thank you
amazing.
so much,
Thank you,
Cecilia.
Cecilia. Yes,
Oh, you
this was
guys are amazing.
awesome.
Honestly, thank you.
I sweated through the shirt, but I'm
I
doing
did
good.
too.
It's
I'm
fun,
like,
Lord
it's
Jesus.
It's a
help
little
me.
warm in here.
Yes, it is. It's not
Our
just
time
me,
has
guys.
come to an end.
See
Yeah.
me fanning. They're like, that poor lady.
It's okay. She'll be
Hey,
fine.
we hope you guys I'm sure you've been informed, educated, and slightly entertained. But we'll catch you next time here on
Next
the
week.
video channel. With,
Oh, no, not next week.
Well, next time.
Oh, next time,
I
sorry.
didn't say next week. That's
Okay,
what I
sorry.
said.
There you
Next
go.
time. Next time, you'll catch us live on the
Yes.
video channel here on LA Talk Radio, Mondays at 11. Catch us on Facebook Live. Let us know what you think. Write us our Facebook page, table45, table hash 4FOR dash 5.com.
And on our website.
Yes.
Have a great week.
All right. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody. Thank you,
Bye.
Cecilia.
Thank you for having me.
You're listening to Table for Five with Felicia and Annette, only on LA Talk Radio.